Hello again. This is now the second part of our online course video for week 4. Have you ever seen this word? Zahlen? Yes, you're right. It means numbers. As a noun, die Zahl, singular, is the number. Die Zahlen, plural, numbers. But let's look at these verbs. We have zählen and Zahlen or bezahlen. There is no difference between Zahlen or bezahlen. This little prefix does not change the meaning. So can you guess what these infinitives mean? Yes, you're right. One means to count, but which one? Is it ich zähle or ich zahle? If you guessed ich zähle, then you are right, because ich zähle means I count. Ich zahle or bezahle means I pay. A very important difference, yeah? Whether you want to say, oh friends, ich zähle, 1, 2, 3, or ich zahle when you're at the restaurant. Then you're responsible for the bill. So be careful. Umlaut, ich zähle, no umlaut, ich zahle. So, in this case, let's count. Wir zählen. Let's repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So now we just counted from 1 to 20. Not too difficult, don't you think? Let's take a look at these from 11 to 20. So 11, 12 is a little irregular. Then we have 13, 14, 15. So 5 and 10, 3 and 10, 4 and 10. But what happens now? 16. Did you realize? If I say 6 in German, it's sechs with an S. But 16 does not have the S. And also 17. The 7 in German is sieben. But it's not 17, correct? It's 17. So be careful here. And the rest is regular again. So let's take a look at 20. And let's count from 20 to 30. I know you can do it. So let's repeat. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You did it. And you figured it out. It's 1 and 20, 2 and 20, and so on. So let's quickly take a look at 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, 20. Let's repeat. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Did you notice anything? Yes, you're right. They all end in an ig, like the ik sound, but really we pronounce it like ich. Yeah, 90. But did you notice something else? Super, genau, 30. 30 has an SZ, while all the others have a Z, Z, Z. So be careful. Remember, the 30 has the SZ. Now, before we move on, could you tell me how to say 91? 91 and 92? 92 and 95? 95. Sehr gut. Let's continue. Machen wir weiter. Let's repeat. 100 oder 100. 200. 300. 400. 500. 600. 700. 800. 900. 1000. Kein Problem. Let's count together and repeat. Zahlen. Wie viele? How many? So I ask you the question and you tell me the answer. Wie viele Brillen sind das? Das sind 2. Wie viele Bücher sind das? Das sind 7. Wie viele Hefte sind das? Das sind 3. Wie viele Autos sind das? Das sind 4. Wie viele CDs sind das? Das sind 9. Und wie viele Bleistifte sind das? Das sind 12 Bleistifte. Now, look around you. Do you have pencils or books or notebooks or cars or other things next to you? So start counting. Bleistifte, 1, 2, 3. How many do you have? Count as many things as possible. And of course, you notice that in German we kind of say the numbers a little bit differently. So while in English you say 24, in German it's the other way around. 4 und 20. 4 and 20. We begin with a little one and end with a bigger one. 24. It's a little funny, but you will get used to it. I promise. Now, let's do this activity. Remember that all the audios of chapter 1 are on our Moodle site. So also in week 4 you see this, but we can do it together now. So, welche Zahl hören Sie? Kreuzen Sie an. Make a little cross.
Übung 4b 1 92 2 666 3 931 4 414
Noch einmal. One more time. Okay. Listen and see the result.
Übung 4b 1 92 2 666 3 931 4 414
And did it work? Hat es funktioniert? Ich hoffe ja. Let's take a look at these two different little visuals and mini texts. So first let's read this one together. Wichtige Telefonnummern finden. Im Telefonbuch oder im Internet. So to find what? Phone numbers. What else do we know about the phone numbers? They are wichtig. Wichtige Telefonnummern. And wichtig means important. And where would you find those important phone numbers? Im Telefonbuch oder im Internet. So in the phone book or in the internet. Of course, nowadays there are not that many people anymore who have a Telefonbuch. So let's repeat. Die Polizei, der Arzt, die Taxizentrale. So, of course, here's the phone number for the police or the firefighters, here for the doctor, and here if you need a taxi. But what is the difference between these two? Take a look. Yes, you're right. The only difference here, this is the German part, here is this the Swiss part. How do you know? DE, Deutschland, CH, Switzerland. So if you look for google.de, you're on the Google German part, and if you look for google.ch, you're on the Swiss Google. So now I, of course, would like to know your phone number. Remember, you never have to give me your private information. So when I ask for a phone number, you can give me any phone number you want. So let's repeat first. Was ist Ihre Telefonnummer? Was ist deine Telefonnummer? Now, you remember the difference between Ihre and deine? In English, it's your phone number, votre ou ton. Yeah? Formel, informel. Now I'd like you that you write and say your own phone number or your imaginary phone number. Schreiben, write, und sagen, say. Say it out loud. Zum Beispiel, meine Telefonnummer ist 7084231 or whatever. Okay?